Hi there, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you my deep pantry cupboards and how I organise them. I did film this video a few years ago, but it was filmed on my iPhone way back when I first started my channel, and I've also updated the way that I organise my pantry just slightly from that video. So I thought it was time to refilm it and give you an updated tour of my pantry. If you're new to my channel, my name's Mel. I do weekly videos and basically give you tips on how to simplify your life and simplify your home so that you have more time for the things that are important to you. If you want motivation and tips on how to declutter your home, then I'd love to have you click the red subscribe button below, and also make sure you press the bell so you don't miss notifications of when I post a new video. Okay, so I just wanted to point out that my pantry is very full at the moment, as you can see. I did a quick declutter on the weekend. I didn't actually have that much to declutter. I usually just declutter expired stuff, and I feel like I've been pretty good lately at keeping on top of using the stuff in my pantry. It's not the most Pinterest or Insta-worthy kind of looking pantry. It really doesn't matter to me how beautiful or not the insides of my cupboards look, as long as everything is tidy, organized, and I can access all my items easily, then that is the most important thing to me. This is the top shelf of my pantry, and as you can see, there's the roof of my kitchen, and it really doesn't have a lot. I've got some big Tupperware containers that I keep things like cakes and muffins and baked goods in, because these are nice and light and I don't use them that often, so that is why they're up the top, where I don't need to access them every single day. And then there's some of my husband's alcohol. He's tall, he can reach that a lot better than me, so I stashed it up there, and a couple of things that my husband has in the pantry. So really this is my husband's shelf because he's a lot taller and can access it a lot more easily than I can. The second shelf, I can reach these things without having to stand on a stool. I'm actually standing on a stool right now, so I can give you a good view of what's on the shelf, but the things at the back I do need to hop up on a stool so that I can access those. So I put things on this shelf that I don't need to access as often. So I've got a lot of my baking supplies in here, baking soda, baking powder, gelatine powder, because then I can just grab the whole thing from the front and I don't need to stand on a stool to reach it, and it's easily accessible. I've got some brown sugar up here which I only use for baking, and some vitamins, it's my husband's Berocca, some paper towel refills, some rice noodles because this container is just too tall to go on the other shelves, and then I've got some things like some packet mix things of some protein balls and muesli bars and cake mix, things that I really don't need to access that often. And then over here I've got like medicines and things, and obviously this is on a higher shelf so that my toddler can't reach them. The next two shelves are more accessible. They're probably kind of at my eye level, and I can reach both of these quite easily. And these are the shelves that I keep everything that I use most often, daily or every second day kind of basis. What I'll do, just so I can give you a good picture of it, is I'll take out the stuff in front and show you what's behind it first. So I've got baked beans, some soup and stuff that I use for curries, some soup, some crushed tomatoes, microwave brown rice, corn, tuna, and right at the back there's a can of baby beets and some curry paste that my husband bought, which is stuff that's not used that often, so that is why it's at the back. And then on this shelf I've got some ramen noodles, instant noodles, microwave brown rice, and a packet of mac and cheese. And then when I put the basket back, I've got this basket and it kind of fits nicely under this shelf, so I've managed to maximize the shelf space, but it's really easy to pull it out and get to all my pastas, macaroni, I've got spirals, penne pasta, that kind of thing in there. It's all pasta. And then over here I've got some soups and some gravies and things like that that are just like easy meals. Again, I can just pull that out and it's really easy to access what's behind or to access anything in here. These I actually bought to use this week, so this probably wouldn't usually be here. You can see that's easy enough to remove to access the stuff at the back, but these are for some soups and curries that I want to cook this week, so I bought those on Monday. And some snacks, I've got my tomato paste there, and again the pastas. So that is how I maximize the space of my pantry while still being able to access everything. Baskets are key to the system because you want to be able to pull a lot of things out all in one go and get to what's behind. The next shelf down is one that is used every day because this is where we keep all our honey and Vegemite and peanut butter for the kids to have on toasts and sandwiches. I've also got a lot of my dry ingredients here, so I've got coconut flakes, almond meal, a lot of nuts, things like that. Again, I've got a wire rack so I can pull this out and it kind of slides under here. So you can see again I've maximized the space at the back of the pantry there by using the combination of a basket and the shelf. Here I've got my quick oats because I pretty much have porridge nearly every day, some popcorn, honey, salt and pepper and some protein powder. Got my rice because I have rice probably every 2 or 3 days with our dinners. My condiments that don't need to be refrigerated I've got all here, and I try not to keep too many. What I mean is I try not to keep too many different oils and too many different vinegars and that kind of thing. So even if I need something specific for a recipe, so for example, if I need white vinegar, I might just use apple cider vinegar so that I don't need to keep lots of different vinegars on hand, because I like to have apple cider vinegar when I eat a salad. You can find cheap Lazy Susans in a lot of stores now, like Kmart, but back when I couldn't find any in the shops and I didn't want to spend heaps at one of those organizer kind of container store shops, I actually made these using 2 baking pans with marbles underneath, and for both of these 2 Lazy Susans it cost me a total of $11. So you can hack it if you've got some old baking tins knocking it around and some marbles, then just put marbles in between 2 of the baking tins and there you have it. This is stuff that is used less often, so that's why it's at the back. And again, I find this quite easy to access because it spins around. Some passata, and that is that cupboard there. So these are the bottom 2 shelves, and I actually do have a child lock on the door. This is where I keep snacks and refills of things. I find my toddler is constantly trying to get into this cupboard to have endless snacks, so I have the child lock on the cupboard to keep the 3-year-old out, whereas my 7-year-old, he can easily go into this whenever he wants and he'll always ask before he gets a snack. So I do trust him, but my 3-year-old, she would snack all day if she could, so that's why I have the lock on there. So in here I have my cookbooks, and these are all the cookbooks that I have left. I basically got rid of most of my other ones. I think I might have a couple more books in another cupboard somewhere that are like birthday cake recipe books. I've got cereals, so I've got my muesli, I've got some porridge stuff, and then a refill, like a spare box of porridge at the back. Rolled oats, some biscuits. That red lidded container at the back is flour, and then in this basket is all snacks. And I've just got some wheat bits there. So in this box I have got snacks like raisins, and as you can see I've way overstocked on raisins, fava beans, seaweed, the popcorn. So this is stuff that I would typically throw in my son's lunchbox or give to my daughter as a quick snack when we're out and about. I usually have some sort of packet of biscuits on the go, and today I've just got hundreds and thousands biscuits. And then down here in this cupboard I've got the Riceys, the rice bubble cereal. Then I've got my fire extinguisher and my fire blanket in case of a kitchen fire. And it's really easy to get to because it's just got one little like container in front of it. And then here again, it's very deep back there, but I've maximized the space by using baskets. So this one I've got potatoes, onions, and some naughty chips that my husband bought. Again, this is why it is essential to lock the cupboard. I could put these up the top, I guess, where only my husband can reach them. I might actually do that, but for now they're in here and it's fine. And then this basket, this is actually on wheels, which kind of helps when it's sliding across. It's quite big and it pretty much goes all the way back to the back of my pantry cupboard. And this has got a lot of refills and snacks. So there's some more of my oats for my porridge in that red bag, microwave popcorn, crackers and things if we ever need to entertain or take some crackers and dip, muesli bars, popcorn. And what I've done is I've stood everything up vertically to maximize the space in this basket, but also so it's really easy for me to see exactly what I've got in here. A hope you found this video helpful. Let me know in the comments below. If you're new to my channel, let me know where you're from. I'd love to get to know everyone in this community. And also let me know, do you have deep pantry cupboards or do you struggle to organise your pantry? If you'd like to hear more from me, I'm often on Instagram, so I'll put my Instagram handle below so you can go and check that out. I'm often on Insta stories and posting tips, and sometimes I go live as well. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate every single one of you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.